Hello, everyone. First of all, I would like to say a big thank you to everyone who follows me and who has an interest in what I have to say. Today, I will address a question that came through for me. How does hypnosis actually work? I have never tried it. I have always been skeptical. Skeptical about hypnosis. I can relate to this 100%. I have been skeptical as well. And even though I've been always imaginative and creative and quite open-minded, I never thought, I never believed that I could access early and deep childhood memories or go into past lives. I never believed in reincarnation, past lives, future lives, or life between lives. But now, after having experienced a lot of this myself, and seeing clients experiencing things, I became a believer. That's why I want to explain a little bit what happens in hypnosis. The question is, what actually happens in hypnosis? And do I remember anything when I wake up from hypnosis? There is actually no going to sleep. In hypnosis, you are fully aware. You can move, you can talk, you have to talk because you explain what you observe, you explain the memory, for example. You can stand up. It's actually quite useful to stand up and allow your body move when stuck energy starts moving around. So some people don't even close their eyes when they're in hypnosis. Usually people have their eyes closed because it's easier to see with their eyes closed. And you can open your eyes anytime. And say if I'm doing hypnosis on Zoom and we get interrupted, once we're connected, you go back straight where we left off. Now, all of this sounds very easy and simple, and it actually is. And why? Because hypnosis is a natural state of mind. It's a resourceful state of mind. We go into hypnosis all the time. Sometimes it's called highway hypnosis. When you're driving, when you are staring out of the window, when you're watching Netflix and you're so absorbed in it, you are not using your conscious mind or awareness. It is a resourceful state of mind because you're not actually using your conscious mind. Now, of course, you're not sleepy. You're not asleep, but you're just very, very relaxed when you're in hypnosis. Now, the goal of going into hypnosis is really to access subconsciousness. And subconsciousness is a magic place to be because it's not limited by time, space. It has no boundaries at all. It's not limited by any logic. And it has all the data from all the times, everything that ever was, is, and will be. Every thought, every feeling, everything is stored. Nothing ever disappears anywhere. So it's like internet that has all the data. When we access subconsciousness, your conscious mind is relaxed, but it doesn't mean we turn off conscious awareness. Your conscious mind is still aware. Even when we go into the past memory, we keep the link with the present. Remember that any regression in the past is driven by the needs of the present. When we're going into subconsciousness, we're really looking for answers to understand our current situation, something we can't untangle or something we keep working out through our conscious awareness, but we don't seem to find or understand why this keeps working in us. We can't resolve it. So whatever memory we access from the past, we put everything into the context of present, because present is really what matters. So we go into and we deal mainly with the emotional mind. And the conscious mind becomes an observer. So it's still present, but it takes part of the observer and reporter, not so much the judge. And it doesn't try to explain us why we feel that. So it's able to witness the feelings, the patterns, and just report back to us. So basically, we employ the talking faculty of the conscious mind to describe and report to us what it observes. So it's a really cool thing, because that's the time when the conscious mind can actually be a bit detached from putting its own judgment on what it's observing, which we normally do in everyday life. Yeah? Now, hypnosis is used for healing, and who does the healing? You do the healing. We say, your soul, your adult person, yourself. Yeah. What does it mean? What it means is that when we go back to memory, which has to do with the symptom, say there's a feeling of anger. If you compare subconsciousness to the internet or World Wide Web, the question that we put into the subconsciousness is like something we put into Google search engine. For example, it can go like this: when did it become necessary for my system to create this symptom, say, feeling of rage? And remember that for anything to exist, there needs to be a reason or a purpose. And metaphysically speaking, a thought creates, right? And the thought is created usually to protect ourselves. It's a belief or a thought can do that. Say, a belief or a thought is, I'm not safe. Once we have that, once this is created out of necessity within us, instantly an instinct for survival kicks in. And our nervous system responds with its own reaction for survival. The cells of our body react to this and change your biology as a reaction to the thought, because it's a primary survival thought. I'm not safe. I'm not safe. There's a danger of me to die. And the thought, it doesn't have to be a physical danger. It's an emotional, psychological danger. I'm not loved. I'm not safe. Parents get angry with me. Now, this thought is not verbal. It doesn't have to be verbal. It's a sense of not being safe. Now, then we get stuck in this biological reaction, and physical and psychological symptoms follow. Yeah. Now, working in hypnosis, we are really searching and asking your mind to show us an event or events where we got stuck. And a memory doesn't have to be a picture or a scene. It can be a visual, it can be an image, it can be a feeling, a sensation, whatever the subconsciousness shows us, we're working with that. It can be actual scenes, were actual memories from the past. But think about this. Following the question, subconsciousness pushes up information. Out of all the data that's available in the subconsciousness, it pushes up or it flashes out, your mind flashes out information specific to this question. It's like a Google search engine, gives us the answers, right? So our job is really to make links and make sense of whatever is coming up. And of course, employ your healing capabilities to heal whatever needs to be healed and transform the energies that come up. So in this form, hypnosis is used to connect with and work with subconsciousness, in its essence, to upgrade the belief, the thought, and to release the unconscious past. Something that you are not aware of, but something that drives your behavior. This past, the unconscious past, lives in the present and really prevents us from moving forward. The past lives in our bodies as physical reactions, as recurring patterns, stress patterns. The past lives in our mind, emotions, in our body, in our thought. So going into subconsciousness really has ability to release us, to upgrade the thought belief. So we become more conscious of that. Now, thank you very much for the question. I hope I explained it well. I'm not sure about that. I have a tendency to speak a lot. Now, what, if I may ask you, are you curious about hypnosis? What are your thoughts about subconsciousness? Does it have any role to play in your life? And also interested to know if you are preoccupied or struggling with some recurring patterns of thought, behavior, or feelings that you may be not fully conscious of, but you're kind of burdened by them. Like, I'm always angry, I'm always late, I shout at my children. So things like this, if you start paying attention to them and becoming curious, what is that thought? What is this pattern? Right, thank you very much. It's a pleasure as always. Let me know if you have any questions, comments. Always happy to communicate and keep in touch. Bye.